Prime Minister takes action responding to Amma's letter, deputes Minister of State Narayana Swamy to visit Kudankulam to address the people's concerns. Social activist Medha Patkar joins the fast against the Kudankulam nuclear power project.
A real strength and symbol of the people's struggle and people's power. I indeed salute you all.
A 21-year-old woman's throat is slit inside a hospital in Villupuram where she worked after an in-hospital dispute. After dithering, the DMK has decided to contest the Trichy by-poll, Karunanidhi to name the candidate after the poll date is announced. The railway staff on duty have started giving their versions of what led to the Arakonam collision. Ram Vilas Paswan meets the families of victims of the Paramakudi police firing, promises to raise the issue in Parliament. Lawyers in Chennai should make use of opportunities thrown up by liberalization, says a High Court judge, while another explains how. Good evening and welcome to the headlines now. I'm Natasha Swamy. The Kudankulam power plant project, of course, has been making the headlines and has seen a lot of protests from the people. We bring you the latest, but first, the national headlines. The Sikkim quake kills 26 in India, 38 across the region, including Tibet and Nepal. Many people are still missing. Over 5,500 army personnel spreading out all over Sikkim. Army swings into action very quickly with relief material. And the main highway that links Sikkim to the rest of the country has been partially opened. In the cash for votes case, Ram Jethmalani does a U-turn, says the money used did not come from Amar Singh but from Congress leaders. The BCCI terminates the Kochi Tuskers IPL franchisee due to non-payment of franchisee fees. Well, on to our top story tonight. The Prime Minister, in a swift response to the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's letter regarding the need of the hour being to send a minister to address the Kudankulam nuclear plant issue, the Minister of State now, Narayana Swamy, has been deputed to visit Kudankulam to speak to the villagers there, so as a certain fear had been spreading regarding their safety because of this nuclear plant development. Now, this after the Fukushima nuclear plant disaster, really, fear had been spreading among the people. As close to 8,000 villagers continue to protest against the Kudankulam nuclear power project, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister had earlier written to the Prime Minister and hit out at the centre, complaining of not having sent any minister to assuage the misgiving of the villagers about the project. And now the Prime Minister has responded, deputing right now Minister of State Narayana Swamy to address this issue. Now, while the AIADMK allies, which is the PMK party, have gone all out to support the cause of the villagers against the continuation of the power plant project, staging a protest and joining the indefinite fast demanding for the closure of the Kudankulam nuclear plant.
Is to support the people who oppose the Kudankulam atomic power project. So our party position is, policy is not for this atomic power project. We can go for other projects like wind energy, solar energy, hydroelectric, hydro project. So we can go for that. All over the world, there is a policy that they oppose this atomic power project. Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu should meet the agitating people. She should go there and meet them and convince the people.
Well, protesters from the three southernmost districts in Tamil Nadu who are demanding a closure of the nuclear power project in Kudankulam were energized today with the twin developments of the Chief Minister writing to the Prime Minister to halt the project for the time being and the support for their cause coming from social activist Medha Patkar. Some of the 127 people fasting in Idin Takarai near the power project have been removed to hospital on the 9th day of the fast today, while protest meetings have fanned out to different parts of Tirunelveli, Kanyakumari and Tuticorin districts. The Chief Minister has requested the Prime Minister to halt further work on the project until the concerns of the villagers are addressed, which have been addressed as of now.
Is nuclear power versus people's power. And it is very obvious that people are questioning the risk and the fatal nature of the power generation to their life and livelihood. And it is the fish workers across the country who are in a way leading the battle along with the farmers. Here in Kudankulam, the first and the second unit that was in a way imposed on the people without the environmental impact assessment and the public hearing is obviously a risky proposal and a project.
And ending speculation, the DMK today said it would contest the October 13th by-polls of the Trichy Assembly constituency. There was speculation earlier that the DMK might opt out of the by-poll, as Mr. Karunanidhi had earlier said. No decision had been taken on the matter. The by-election was necessitated following the death of AIADMK Minister Mariam Pichai in a road accident on May 23rd. The AIADMK has announced former MLA M. Paranjoti as its candidate. The PMK and Vaiko-led MDMK have announced that they would not contest the election. On to some shocking news from Viluppuram district. 21-year-old Sharanya, working in a private hospital, was found murdered today. She was a staff member in Tiruvannai-Nallur hospital near Viluppuram and was killed by Rajashekar, the relative of a hospital authority, after a verbal dispute on distribution of medicines in a pharmacy. Rajashekar had slit her throat and Sharanya succumbed to her wounds immediately. Meanwhile, people within the hospital gathered protesting and began damaging the hospital doors and glassware, demanding the arrest of the killer and the hospital authority. On seeing the anger of these people, the accused, Rajashekar, consumed poison. Rajashekar has now been admitted in the Viluppuram Medical College Hospital.
சரண்யா அந்த பொண்ணு பேர் 2 வருஷமாக கிட்டத்தட்ட வேலை செய்யுது. வினோதினி மருத்துவமனை ராதாகிருஷ்ணன் டாக்டர். இன்னைக்கு செய்தி கேள்விப்பட்டு நாங்கள் வந்து பார்க்கும்போது கழுத்து அறுத்து எங்கே பார்த்தாலும் அறுத்து பாடியாக பார்த்தோம் ரத்தத்தில். உடனே அந்த அவரை வந்து அவங்க மாமனார் தான் குத்திட்டாராம். அவர் இட்டுன்னு போயிட்டாங்க. உடனே பூச்சி மருந்து குடிச்சிட்டாருன்னு சொல்லிட்டு போலீஸ் இட்டுன்னு போயிடுது. அடுத்தது வந்து மறிச்சோம், நாங்கள் எல்லாம் கும்பலாக சேர்ந்து மறித்தோம். அப்போ போலீஸ் வந்து தடியடி பண்ணிவிட்டு பாடி ஏற்றிட்டு போயிட்டாங்க.
திருவண்ணைநல்லூரில் வினோதினி மருத்துவமனைன்னு ஒரு ப்ரைவேட் நர்சிங் ஹோம் இருக்குது. அதில் சரண்யான்னு ஒரு பொண்ணு, ஒரு 22 இயர்ஸ் ஓல்டு இருக்கும். அது பொண்ணு ஃபார்மசிஸ்ட்டாக ஒர்க் பண்ணுது. அதே மருத்துவமனையில் ராஜசேகரன் ஒருத்தர் பெரியவர் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறாரு. அவங்களுக்குள்ள ஏதோ ஒரு பிரச்சனையாகி அந்த ஃபார்மசியில் இருக்கும்போதே கத்தியால் கழுத்து அறுத்து அதை கொண்டுட்ருக்காரு. அந்த பொண்ணு இறந்து போச்சு. அவரும் ஏதோ மருந்து சாப்பிட்டு தான் சொல்கிறாங்க. 2 பேரையும் வந்து ஹாஸ்பிட்டலுக்கு அனுப்பியிருக்கோம். ஃபர்தராக இன்வெஸ்டிகேஷனில் தான் என்ன மோட்டிவ், எதனால் மர்டர் பண்ணாருன்னு தெரிய வரும்.
Now, condemning the recent police firing at Paramakudi in Tamil Nadu, in which 7 Dalits were killed, Lok Janshakti Party chief and Rajya Sabha MP Ram Vilas Paswan today said he would raise the issue in the winter session of Parliament. He strongly condemned the incident and promised to raise the issue in Parliament. Paswan said he would also take up the issue with the Union Home Ministry. 7 people were killed in the Paramakudi when police fired on rampaging crowds, mostly Dalits, which set ablaze vehicles and blocked traffic following the arrest of their leader John Pandian at Valanadu in Tuticorin district on September 11th. Well, coming up on the other side of this short break, all the news and updates, certain